YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively forever. And we're going to talk about my Boston Celtics having a really, really good game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, but coming up short and getting the loss. The Timberwolves are now 11-8 and 6-3 at home. The Celtics are 10-9 and 4-5 on the road. I love that Jaylen Brown and Anthony Edwards hugged each other at the end of the game. Love and respect is what they had for each other. Both players was going off. Both players was taking over. Both players was dominating. And it turned out to be a fantastic game where Mike Conley hits a three and Anthony Edwards hits a three, and they hit their free throws and was able to put the game out of reach. And the Celtics just came up short in this one. But the Celtics did win the first quarter 36-32. In the second quarter 33-27. It was looking like they was going to be able to win this one. And then in the second half, the Minnesota Timberwolves won the third quarter 35-23 and 25-23 to be able to win in the most important quarters, which is the third and fourth. And it was a close game, but it was very fun and competitive. Kata did get back healthy, and he's back on the court for the Celtics, and we needed him to be out there, and he did a good job of showing it. 29 minutes and 19 points is what he showed us. 7 of 8 from the field, just finished some tough layups and some tough shots around the basket, but he still only missed one shot. They was real physical with him sometimes too. 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He did have 18 rebounds, which allowed him to get a monstrous double-double. 2 turnovers, 2 blocks. He did have 8 offensive rebounds. Even if you take the 8 offensive rebounds, he still had 10 defensive ones. So he still would have had a double-double even without the offensive ones, and 4 personal fouls. That's how good he was tonight in that paint and doing everything that he does, like protecting the rim a little bit and also setting screens. Derek White was a little cold in this game. He played 39 minutes, which was tied for the most on the team. 16 points. He went 6 of 16 from the field and 2 of 8 from 3 and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, and 1 personal foul. He finished as a +4 and plus minus. I like the confidence that he had. He just wasn't giving us the results that we needed. If he would have shot the ball a little bit better, we probably win this game, but it just wasn't meant to be in this one. Jaylen Brown, like I said, he should deserve a lot of credit for the season that he's having. He has been spectacular all season when he's been healthy. And 39 minutes played for him, tied with Derek White for the most minutes. But he finished with 41 points. He had it going in every single quarter. 17 of 32 from the field. Yes, he took the most shots on the team, and he should have, because even the mid-range was going to finishing was there. And even a three-point shot, 5 of 11 from 3 was good. But he did go 2 of 4 from the free throw line. That hurt it a little bit. It was a sting. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 5 steals, and 1 block. He brought it on both ends of the court and left everything he had out there. The unfortunate part was he didn't get the win for himself and the team, but he still did have 2 offensive rebounds and 3 personal fouls to finish as a +1 and plus minus. Peyton Pritchard also was cold in this game. He finished with 31 minutes and 9 points only. He went 4 of 14 from the field and 1 of 8 from 3, which really hurted the chances of us winning this game. And 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, and a -12 and plus minus for him. He just couldn't make anything. Even if it was open, it just was a bad game from him. The best thing he did was have no personal fouls and no turnovers. Jordan Wash, 20 minutes. He didn't even score a basket because he missed every single 3 that he took. That was his only field goals. He went 0 of 2 from 3. And 2 rebounds and 1 steal. He did a little bit because of that. And he also had 1 offensive rebound and 4 personal fouls by the end of the game. And he finished as a +1 and plus minus. Sam Hauser, 30 minutes, 14 points. He was the only guy off the bench to get in double figures in points or in any statistical category. He also was 5 of 12 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 4 personal fouls, and he finished as a +10 and plus minus, which actually was the most on the team tonight. The 3-point shooting was there. That's mainly what he's out there for, besides keeping the ball moving and finding his teammates if he has a look that's better than his for them. And he did a good job out there, and he hit a nice shot to show that we ain't going to back down even if we probably lost it already. I like that fight in him. Josh Minot, 16 minutes. He had 5 points. He was 2 or 3 from the field, 1 on 1 from 3. 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a -1 and plus minus. He's out there to stretch the floor and finish around the rim and rebound. He did that at a high level today in the minutes that he played. Luka Garza only played 5 minutes. He knocked down a three, and that was his only shot. Other than that, he had 1 assist and 1 personal foul. Was a -13 and plus minus. When you only play 5 minutes, not much you can do, but he did what he could. Anthony Simons, you wanted more from him, but he only took 4 shots, so it's not his fault really. 18 minutes, 5 points, 2 or 4 from the field, 1 or 1 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 1 personal foul, +3 and plus minus for him. And Baylor did make a three, but he missed 3 also, so he finished 1 or 4 from the field since all his shots was threes. He also had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 2 personal fouls and a -13 and plus minus. 45 and 96, 47% from the field, 16 of 46, 35% from 3, 9 of 15, 60% from the free throw line. In a close game, it really didn't help us because we missed too many of them when we needed to be making them. But other than that, 43 rebounds, 24 assists, 10 steals, 10 turnovers, and 7 blocks, and 21 personal fouls as a team. Um, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they ended up having Julius Randle play 32 minutes. He had 16 points. He went 6 of 13 from the field and 3 of 8 from 3 and 1 and 2 from the free throw line. He also had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, but it came with 4 turnovers. And he also was a -8 and plus minus. Bad game. He had a good one and he got him off to a good start. He just didn't keep dominating the ball. He just let everybody else do their thing in this one and just knock down shots when they was there, whether it was from three or from the mid-range area. And then he also did a good job of playmaking, but he got hung up a couple of times with his handle and his passing. And it happens. Jaden McDaniels, he was the only starter to not get in double figures in points. He finished with 8, and he only played 26 minutes. He went 3 of 8 from the field and 2 of 4 from 3 with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal in the block. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, and he fouled out because he had 6 personal fouls, but he did finish as a plus 24 and plus minus. I like this defense in this game, using that length, using that quickness to stay in front of guys and forcing them to take tougher shots than they want to. Other than that, he did a good job also just scoring where he needed to be at. If he was in the right area, he took good shots, and that's what you want him to do. And he did a good job of just helping out his teammates on both ends of the court as he normally does. And you can say the same thing about Rudy Gobert. He played 30 minutes. He had 12 points, but he went 5 of 6 from the field. He stayed right where he needed to be, and that's where he's going to be effective at the most. So it makes sense to continue to do it, and it worked in this game. 2 or 3 from the free throw line. He also had 8 rebounds, 3 assists. No blocks or steals for Gobert in this one, but he also had 2 offensive rebounds and 1 personal foul in 30 minutes. That's good to see. And he was a plus 15 and plus minus. Dante DiVincenzo was spot scoring. 34 minutes, 15 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 1 to 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal foul, and a plus 10 and plus minus. They needed his 3-point shooting and his ability to keep the ball moving because he is a threat to get to the basket or to make a shot. And he used that throughout the entire game to help his teammates get good looks. And that's what they needed him to do. And then Anthony Edwards, 37 minutes, the most on the team tonight. He also had 39 points. He went 12 of 24 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, and 10 of 11 from the free throw line. He really was unstoppable in this game, and he usually is, but he also had no turnovers. He almost committed one. Then he threw up a 3 over a defender, ended up making it, and that was basically game at that point. But he also had 2 rebounds, and he also had a block. 1 offensive rebound, had 3 personal fouls, and was a -1 and plus minus. And I like the game that he played, man. He has really mastered body control. He has mastered how to get to areas that's tough to get to, how to create space in difficult situations, and just having unbelievable confidence in his jump shot. And it worked a lot in this game. Nas Reed had double figures off the bench and played the most minutes off the bench with 28. He had 10 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 personal foul, and a +4 and plus minus. He did it all in this game, and it was all needed. And his defense was really impactful. The rebounds was really good in the short amount of minutes that he played. And he was able to knock down his threes and get to the basket as he does all the time. Mike Conley, 17 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 2 from the field. It was threes that he took, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 personal foul, and a -5 and plus minus. Good game. And he made a really, really big three that helped him win the game. Jalen Clark, 12 minutes. He didn't score because he missed all his three-pointer shots. That was his only field goals. 1 rebound, a -10 and plus minus. And then Terrence Shannon Jr., 17 minutes, 10 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 turnovers, and a personal foul, and a -5 and plus minus. Didn't have too much of a problem with him in this one. He did a good game. He stayed around the rim. He made his threes. He turned the ball over a little bit too much for the minutes that he played. But other than that, he had a good game. And then Rob Dillingham hit a three, and that was it. When it comes to scoring, he went 1 of 2 from 3, missed one, made one. 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a -4 and plus minus. And then you look at the rest of the guys, 5 of them didn't play. Coach's decision on that. 41 of 83, 49% from the field, 21 of 48, 44% from 3, and 16 of 20, 80% from the free throw line. 37 rebounds. They got out rebounded by the Celtics in this one. They also had 31 assists, which was way more than the Celtics. They only had 24. And then the turnovers, they had 14 compared to the 10 that the Celtics had, so they turned it over more. 3 steals, they had 7 less than the Celtics, which they had 10, and then they had 3 less blocks than the Celtics because they only had 4, but they committed only 16 personal fouls, and they took 5 more free throws than the Celtics and made it at a better percentage by 20% because they shot 80 and the Celtics shot 60. And this was a game where you would think that the Celtics would be able to win it because they was playing so well against their defense and their offense in the first half. You thought they'd be able to carry over into the third and the fourth quarter, but that just didn't happen. The Celtics was taking shots that they can make. They just couldn't make them consistently. They ran out of a little bit of gas, and then the tough shots was being made by the Timberwolves that kept them afloat, kept them ahead, and then they just had to close it out, which they did with the same formula. You need guys that can make plays, man. You need guys that can make shots. And the Celtics have those guys. They just wasn't making them enough. That's been the story of this season. They defend at a decent level. They can get hot, but they can also get cold within quarters and get cold in stretches, and then teams can pile up on them and beat them or get enough of a lead to stay ahead to be able to win that way too. So the Celtics, they're a fragile team. You know what they're trying to do. You know what they're going to go for. You know Jaylen Brown can have big performances, but the others, they can be hit or miss from the perimeter, and they don't really do much else. Sometimes they might get to the basket. Sometimes they might hit a floater. They might get to the free throw line, but they don't do it consistently enough. Peyton Pritchard can go cold. Derek White can go cold from 3, and they don't really add much offensively if they're not doing that sometimes. And then it can be their Achilles heel of why they don't win. I've been watching every Celtics game basically, and this is how we win and lose games. If we get hot from 3 or we can be normal from 3, we got a good chance of hanging in there. If Jaylen Brown go off on top of that, we got a good chance of winning that game. If those two things don't happen, we got a good chance of losing that game. And that's how the season been, and that's how it's been going for us. And this is what we are. This is what we doing with the roster that we have. It's respectable. Like I said, Anthony Edwards had to hug Jaylen Brown because he played his heart out, and he did too. And that's the type of performances that you can have if you put your mind and your all into it. But Jaylen Brown is not the problem, man. He's been fantastic all season. He's been an all-NBA caliber player all season. And now we just going to have to see how the rest of the season plays out. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get your analysis when it first comes out. Also, I do conversation videos just like this, but about various NBA only and basketball topics. Also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft coverage too. So if you love that type of stuff, this is the channel you might look forward to watching and want to be subscribed to, because I also got over 4,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch right now, and it's all for free. And on top of that, also try to make videos every day and throughout the day to give y'all something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball and NBA content. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Thanks for appreciating the content for what it is. Thanks for continuing to come back and check out the channel. Thanks for loving and caring about my analysis and how I make it, how I like to show it when it comes to breakdowns. And thanks for all the support and the respect that y'all have for me and my analysis in general. Other than that, peace out. See y'all later today, hopefully.